There she is, Zakiya Smith Ellis, Secretary of Higher Education in the state of New Jersey. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
You've joined us many times. I want to jump right into a topic that's important, higher education and economic success. What's the correlation? Why does it matter?
Well, we know that students who graduate from college are more likely to get jobs, keep jobs, and it's a key part of New Jersey's economic success. Here, more than in other states, you have to have something beyond high school to really be able to be successful. A lot of employers are now asking for that. So we know that by 2025, something like 65% of new jobs are going to require some kind of post-secondary credential.
There's an initiative that we talked about a little bit last time. It is called Where Opportunity Meets Innovation. Is that the core of it? A student-centered vision for higher education? Because there are 5 components of it. Break it down for us.
Yeah, so there's that's our state plan for higher education. We need to figure out how does higher education help students get into the real economy? How does it help prepare them for success? And how are students contributing to the economic fabric of the state of New Jersey? Governor likes to call it connecting higher ed to the real economy, but I just call it, good work with students and making sure that students are successful. 5 components to that plan. First is making sure that they have a strong transition from high school to college.
Not always easy.
Yeah, not always easy. The next is affordability, which even if you're prepared, you got to be able to pay for it, which is not easy either.
Without massive student debt
Without
on the back
massive
end.
student debt. We don't want students to have that burden of as much debt as they've had in the past. And then how do you make sure that they're successful? So you might take on the debt, but if you take on the debt, you want to know that you're going to graduate, and you're going to graduate with a credential that's going to help you in your future. And sometimes you need support to do that, so safe and supportive learning environments. We want students to be safe when they're on campus. And the last piece is about research, innovation, and talent, really making sure that it's not just about the students being successful in graduating, but what are they learning when they're there? Are they getting the kind of research opportunities that we know are really important in an area like New Jersey?
I don't know if I said this to you last time, but we've had some folks on, particularly Gary Vee. Have you heard Gary Vee? Gary Vee is an interesting motivational speaker.
Yeah.
And our producers and those who know our show remember the time he was with us. We had a very spirited debate and discussion about, he was saying it's overrated. Higher ed's just overrated. He said, I'm a successful entrepreneur. College did not do it. You don't need it. You don't take all that money, whether it's 50 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand, whatever it is. Start a business, you say.
Well, I say he is an exceptional person, and that's fantastic, but he's the exception and not the rule. So I can't tell you, I can't guarantee you that if you go to college, definitely, absolutely, you'll never have any struggles in life.
Who can guarantee anyone anything?
Exactly. No one can but I can tell you, I would bet money on it. If you don't go to college, it's going to be a lot harder for you to have that success in life. So when you talk about the 2 options, should you go or should you not go? For every 1 in a million, there may be that Bill Gates, that Gary Vee, that person that drops out and makes it well. But I can tell you, if you're a steward in Newark Public Schools right now, that your best bet is to go to college rather than to not go.
You really believe that?
I know it to be true.
What's it done for you?
It's been wonderful in my life. I mean, I'm a 3rd-generation college graduate, but my grandmother went to college in the 1950s as an African-American woman in South Carolina.
Wow.
Back before there was a Higher Education Act, back before there were student loans.
Why did she?
She did that because she was talented, and because back then, she wanted to be a teacher. And if you wanted to be a teacher, you had to have a college degree.
Right.
And so that's what she did. And so I know that it allowed her a pathway out of poverty, and it's done that for millions and millions of other people. We know that from the data. I don't just know it from personal experience, but the data bears it out. If you have a college degree, you are much less likely to fall into poverty, and much more likely to get a job that sustains you with a family-sustaining wage.
It's a good bet.
It's a great bet.
The other thing that I struggle with, because, again, not a new issue, but keeping New Jersey's best, brightest, hardest working students in the state. Not easy.
It's not easy, and it's been a long-term issue.
Yes.
You go back and you look in the data, and it's been something that New Jersey struggled with for some time. And we're trying to figure out, part of one of the working groups is trying to think about why is that, what can we do? We're working with the President's Council, Joel Bloom.
Joel Bloom over at New Jersey Institute of Technology.
NJIT, we're working with him and the whole group there to think about how can we market the state better for students so they can know about the options for going to college here that are really powerful.
Do you think what it's about, and we have a couple of kids in high school right now, and I see, because I will talk about a lot of New Jersey schools, and I could see the draw for them. I could see the attraction, the whole idea of going out of state. How do you deal with the whole question of the college experience, having a great college experience here at home?
Well, Well, there's just, so I have a cousin that's two that are college age right now, and
What do you
thinking
say to
about
them?
Well, I tell them all the time, and if they watch this, they'll know, and they'll watch it because I'll tell them to watch it. I'll text it to them. But I say there's a lot of great colleges here that you just may not know about. So a lot of times we look, you're from a smaller state, and you say, I don't want to be at home. But if you're from Cherry Hill, why not go up to Montclair? That's going to feel like a world away. If you're from Newark, why not go down to Rowan and Glassboro, or go to Atlantic City at Stockton? You've got a great new campus there. So there's a lot of differences
That's going away.
It's really going away. It's outside of your comfort zone, and sometimes I just think we don't think about it like that. But there's such a variety of colleges and universities here that sometimes we don't realize.
And a lot of it's marketing and branding?
I think some of it is marketing, branding. I think that a lot of now New Jersey's high schools are great. So we've got the #1 school system in the nation.
That's right.
And so we have a lot of recruiters from other colleges, from other states that come here to pick off our students. And they do a lot of marketing for our high school students. So they're very sought after.
Zakiya Smith Ellis is the Secretary of Higher Education in the state of New Jersey. I want to thank you for joining us. We're smarter because you were here.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Stay right there. I'm Steve Adubato. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by Hackensack Meridian Health, PSE&G, the law firm of Gibbons, PC, NJ Best, Keystone Mountain Lakes Regional Council of Carpenters, International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 825, Fedway Associates, Suez, and by these public-spirited organizations, individuals, and associations committed to informing New Jersey citizens about the important issues facing the Garden State, and by Employers Association of New Jersey. Promotional support provided by NJ Advance Media and by ROI NJ.